Hello there and welcome to my review of a brand new Glock magazine extension called the MEX for the Glock 19 made by CAA. So this is the package, a little plastic bag that we receive. It says gear up on one side and some other additional information on the other side. Opening the bag, inside we get a big spring, which is obviously needed, and a little plastic extension tube made out of polymer. And that's pretty much it. So this is how it looks like. It's pretty much basically just a polymer-based extension for the Glock 19 magazine that extends the capacity for 10 additional rounds. They also have one for the 17 model of a Glock. This is for the 19 version, for the 15 round magazine. So the installation of this is pretty simple. We grab an old magazine. I usually like to have a hex key or something. We simply push the little pin and remove the back plate. So when we manage to remove the front plate, we simply slide it down, making sure that we have a finger or something stuck because the spring inside will go flying. We remove the spring from the old magazine, we disassemble the magazine, then we grab the magazine extension for the 10 rounder. We simply slide it into its place. It fits snugly and tightly, so it's not gonna go anywhere anytime soon. Then we grab the old spring and a follower. We remove the follower from the spring. We grab the new spring and attach it to the follower, making of course sure that we get the right end of the spring. This is the back end of the spring. That's why it's not gonna fit. We need to get the front end, which fits and it clicks. We make sure that it's tightly and securely in place, and then we simply insert it into the magazine. Afterwards, we grab the little plate that holds the spring inside, squeeze the spring inside the magazine and secure it with a back plate. I recommend pushing a bit harder because there's a lot of spring tension and it simply wants to come out. You simply push it down and slide it until you hear a click, a positive click, which means it's secured in place and it's not gonna go anywhere. So this is how it looks like, a standard stock 15 round magazine with an extension tube giving us a total of 25 rounds. We check the functionality and we try to fill it up to the maximum to see if it works and if it can hold 25 rounds reliably. So here's a little quick montage of me filling 25 rounds inside of this magazine. It can securely and reliably hold 25 rounds with not even a millimeter to spare. So this is how it looks like with 25 rounds inside. So here I have a little comparison between the 31 round magazine, 25 round magazine and the 15 round magazine. So why buy the extension for the magazine instead of a 31 round magazine? When one reason being the price. For instance, where I live, 31 round magazines are roughly 50 bucks, while this extension is only around 30. That's one reason. Second reason is the grip. For instance, if you have a little larger hands and your pinky finger doesn't really fit too well on the 19's grip, even the magazine extension for 31 is still not the same as, for instance, a 17 or a 34 Glock. And there's a weird magazine wobble while holding the magazine because it's not the same size as the grip. But with the magazine extension, it feels like I'm gripping the 17 version of a Glock. Even there's a small gap there, it doesn't really feel it. It's just perfect for both hands, one hand, it doesn't matter. Also, there's no wobble in the magazine, so that's pretty important for me. And the final and the most important reason would be that if you live in a country or a state that has banned high-capacity 30-plus round magazines, something like this can be of use. Still, before you buy, check the legalities of where you live, but you should probably be okay, because this is not a magazine, this is an extension for a magazine. So there could be a little loophole that you could technically use. But for how long, who knows. So regarding the concealed carry, for those who are lucky enough to have that kind of a privilege, it can of course work. You just need to angle the gun a bit, and that depends again on your holster, but still easier to conceal carry this than the 30 round magazine. Even though, well, you need to have like a sweater or a shirt over it and have a little loose clothes, otherwise it will show, but still possible if you need to carry concealed. So I got this magazine extension from wiresinc.com from Israel. Check the description down below for more info. It's a pretty nice website. They offer you a discount and of course free shipping, which is always nice to have. So I did a few tests with this magazine. I fired about 400 shots. I dropped it a few times and it still performs as expected. No damage, no nothing, so it should work for a long time. In my opinion, still better than the 24 round magazine or the 30 round magazine, and definitely cheaper. Thank you for watching.